first map is going to be Nightshade. Spawning in the bottom right. He's so massive that the logos.sc2 game mod cannot fit his name on the screen. It's Big Gabe. And in the top left, as the Blue Terran, it's uThermal. Or more commonly known as Liquid Thermi. Is he more commonly known as Liquid Thermi? I don't know. Yeah, so 2019 was a pretty big year for HeroMarine. HeroMarine's been around for quite some time, but the big meme of Big Gabe really took off for him, and he handled it very, very, very well, giving back to the community through tournaments and things like that. You know, his stream picked up. He's become a pretty much household name to StarCraft players, and of course making a good showing at the WCS last year. Let's see how he does going into 2020. uThermal taking down Vanya in the last round, 2-0. How will he fare in TVT? Reaper coming out for uThermal. Reaper coming out for the large boy. This is another lower bracket match. Round 2 of that lower bracket, as a matter of fact. uThermal knocking on Big Gabe's door with 2 Reapers. Actually gonna sneak in the bathroom window. SCVs pulled to try and deal with this. One of them does lose their lives. Second one picked off as well. A third Reaper coming to join the first 2. But Hellion is out, as well as a couple Marines. I mean, Reapers can micro against this, but oh my god, uThermal with the bunker block on the natural. Tech Lab on the starport for HeroMarine. Most likely to get a Raven. Oh my god, uThermal. This is a really cool play here from uThermal. I think HeroMarine might have to... Well, I don't think that he's going to take that third location with that natural CC. Starport coming out for the Blue Terran. He, of course, has his own natural already dropped. Already dropping mules on that fresh mineral line. Okay, I like this. I really like this. The tag from the Cyclone on this bunker. uThermal, though, poking out, picking off one unit at a time. Not gonna get a salvage or anything like that. It does go down. And there is a large expansion going down for HeroMarine. Third CC being built in the main for uThermal. third CC being built in the main for HeroMarine. uThermal's only up a couple workers, but remember, he's been mining on 2 base for a lot longer than HeroMarine has. So this 4-worker lead could very well explode in an exponential way. HeroMarine doesn't seem too thrown off, though. Double gas, double engineering bay at the natural. And again, another advantage, uThermal has had those gases up and running for some time, so he's going to have a higher tech army here. HeroMarine, though, getting stim, getting +1 started up. uThermal's had his engineering bays up for longer, but not going into those upgrades just yet. There we go. Armor on the production tab, +1 weapons, as well as combat shields. uThermal moving out his 3rd CC. HeroMarine moving out his 3rd CC, but we have an auto turret. Attack dropped in the back, actually doing quite a bit of damage. 12 SCVs. That means HeroMarine not going to be able to just pull the worker line and begin saturating this 3rd like uThermal has. Thermal with the Marine tank push, gonna load up into the medevac, strike one location while this main push probably goes in here towards the 3rd. HeroMarine splitting off a HeroMarine who will see this incoming drop, though. Will it, though? Oh, no. No, he went right from HeroMarine to ZeroMarine. Pulling out too fast. A 3-pronged attack from uThermal as an auto turret dropped in the natural. The main army threatens toward the 3rd, and the drop goes into the main. Combat shields are picked off. Thermal going into 2-2. No upgrades on the docket for HeroMarine. Another auto turret dropped. Gonna get even more SCVs. Oh my god, as the drop gets more SCVs in the main, picks off a supply depot that is going to supply block. Well, keep Big Game supply block. GG is called, and uThermal takes game number 1. In the bottom right, down but not out, it's the red Terran, HeroMarine. And in the top left, as the blue Terran, it's uThermal. Okay. uThermal throwing his first barracks further back towards his main. HeroMarine throwing his in the wall. Will we see a second barracks put in the wall by uThermal? Okay, there's 2 gas for both players. Reapers for both players. And factories for both players. So despite the different building placement, still mirror builds. Hellion Reaper from HeroMarine means he's going to get a little bit aggressive. uThermal getting out a Widow Mine to defend at the front. Okay, is he... Well, I mean, he has another Reaper, another Hellion coming out, so he should push once that pops. His starport gonna be a little bit later than Big Gabe's, and Big Gabe is going for a big Cloaked Banshee play. Excuse me, this is uThermal, my god. Look, man, I got the pun in. It was incorrect, but I got the pun in. Ah. Caster fail number 3 of the day. Okay, how about this? How about this? Big Gabe is going to have to fend off a massive Banshee play from uThermal. I have redeemed myself. Can look my family in the eye again. Okay, so HeroMarine decided not to go push with his Hellion Reaper. He is going to split off a couple. There's a Widow Mine positioned right on the Reaper drum. He will see the Banshee moving out if he was paying attention to his mini-map, paying attention to his screen. Oh my god. It's a trap! HeroMarine able to save 2 of the Reapers, though. 3rd CC under production. Or Big Gabe. uThermal going for a really big push here. There is a tank in position to defend for HeroMarine, but his forces are very diminutive compared to his actual size. The Banshees are going to split up, try to hit this SCV line as the main attack threatens at the front. We saw multi-prongs take him down in the previous game. Will it happen again? Nice disable from HeroMarine and a nice Cyclone lock on. Gonna shut these Banshees down. Thermal doesn't have enough left to push in, and HeroMarine's going to poke out at exactly the right time to gun down some of these units, maybe. He's feeling frisky. Alright. Okay, the tank gets picked off. Yeah, no, HeroMarine does it. Not only does he hold, but he guns down a lot of the army of uThermal. He's going to continue to give chase, but uThermal has a tank out. HeroMarine can't engage into this. Or can he? Yeah, he's just going to take the L and finish off this tank. Raven's a little bit exposed. A nice save on the Viking from HeroMarine. Thermal moving out a third. HeroMarine with his already established SCVs chasing around the Ravens trying to get the repair off. As he transfers to the third from his main. Couple Vikings, a couple tanks coming out for uThermal, a couple Hellions as well. Infantry upgrades on the way for the massive black hole at the center of our universe, named Gabe. Fourth CC on the way for HeroMarine as well. Double armory going down for uThermal to get out some mech upgrades. +1 hitting the field for HeroMarine. Armor about to finish. It looks like these two are going to take it to a macro game. As we approach the 10-minute mark, Blue Flame under development for uThermal, as well as those mech upgrades we mentioned a little bit ago. Scouting Marine will see the Hellions. Hold as HeroMarine moves out his fourth. Looks like uThermal's fourth is going to go down around here, maybe. Maybe not. Nope. It's going to go down here. And both these players just racing toward max out. HeroMarine's going to hit it much faster than uThermal. However, uThermal is going to have those mech upgrades out. Thermal attempting another Hellion run by. Okay, one Hellion... Nope, it's not going to hit the mineral line. It's going to make this tank eat a shot, but... I am Rikete. Thank you for the follow. I hope I pronounced that right. Okay, HeroMarine is posturing here. He might load up into the medevacs and try to hit uThermal's production. I don't think he can engage into this tank line. uThermal, with the massive Viking cloud, is going to have air superiority. He can, of course, land those Vikings to help shield for the tanks, relying on those and a couple Hellbats instead of Marines. Both players are maxed. HeroMarine with the bigger bank. Bio a little bit less expensive than Thor's. Okay. HeroMarine is going to load up into the medevacs. You can see how good HeroMarine is at keeping on top of his vision game. He has units split up all over to see which angle his opponent's coming in on. But the question is, even with that information, can he hold this attack from uThermal? Now, uThermal is losing production on the other side of the map, so he can't afford to really lose this army. He doesn't... There's fog of war, right? So all he knows is that 4 medevacs worth of units are attacking him, and he can only assume that the rest of Big Gabe's army is laying here in wait, ready to pounce. Okay, a tank goes down. In the meantime, a huge amount of uThermal's production has been picked off. He's making a fusion core, actually. uThermal just taking a very poor engagement. GG. And Big Gabe gets a big point on in the top left as the Red Terran. Once again, it's Large Gabriel. And in the bottom right as the Blue Terran, it's uThermal. One of these players going to be eliminated from this IEM Katowice qualifier. If they do, they will have one chance tomorrow morning, one opportunity in the second Korean qualifiers. However, they want to get that opportunity today. They don't want to be knocked out. So both players get the block. That means that, you know, both players are going to have to build their CCs a little bit off hex, and that means that, you know, when they eventually morph the orbitals and everything, they have to lift it up and drop it, which is a slight annoyance. And StarCraft at a high level in the early game is all about slightly annoying the other player, right? Adding tilt. gaining a small advantage here and there. This Reaper will, of course, gain health over time. It's going to head into the main, try and get a delay on the factory. In fact, it will get a delay on the factory. Doesn't want to engage that Marine without full health, so it's being careful. Is it going to get a second delay? No. First shot whiffs into the building. Fusion core going down for uThermal. Interesting. Interesting. So this is going to be battle cruisers. This is either very big brain play or very small brain. Here's why. In TVT, your opponent has 2 units that are pretty decent against battle cruisers. 3 actually. So you got your Cyclone, you got your Marine, and you got your Vikings. Of course, Thor. No. Rip. F's in the chat for Beastie Cutie. Hashtag Beastie Cutie banned. Oh no. Oh, this is very bad. Okay, this is actually like a an administrator needs to step in thing, because these 2 players are gonna get out of this and their entire flow is gonna have been disrupted. Unfortunately, these things do happen. These guys are both pros, so hopefully they can just bounce right back. Okay. Rip. Okay. Looks like both these players are going to continue the match. BC about to finish here for uThermal. Okay, there it is. But as I was saying, you know, you have Ravens, which can drop disables on the BC. You have Cyclones that can lock on. You have Marines that can shoot up. You have Vikings that can deal massive damage to the battlecruiser. So uThermal's going to have to be very smart about this play. He is slow walking it, meaning it's going to hit later. I think what he's going to try to do is go in here and cancel stim. Maybe. Bunker will hold these guys off on the low ground, so HeroMarine going to be able to devote a large portion of his attention to this battlecruiser. And there we go. Look at those Cyclones just pound out damage, and with only 3 dead SCVs. Okay, uThermal's gonna blink over here, but like, this amount of Marines can take on the BC. I think HeroMarine believes now is the time to push. Army supplies are even. uThermal has a bit of it tied up in that battlecruiser. There is a nice tank spread here to defend. Okay, the battlecruiser moves back in. Raven drops a disable, and that's like, this is literally, what was I saying earlier, guys? Battlecruiser's down to red health, and now it's just stuck sitting over here because it can't teleport home. It's like Chad. Okay, alright, so HeroMarine gonna use the boys as a meat shield. He doesn't even have to. uThermal backs off. But it's like Chad, Terran versus Zerg battlecruiser versus Virgin TVT battlecruiser. Oh my god, okay, alright. There were like 2 shots left from that Cyclone before this battlecruiser would have gone down in flames. A big push coming out from HeroMarine. He gets a large snipe on that tank. Cyclones pick off the medevacs here. 2 of the Marines don't even unload, and HeroMarine deflecting uThermal's attack quite easily. uThermal feels very thrown off his game. Just, you know, having watched 3 games now as the caster, uThermal seemed very dominant in game number 1. Like, it didn't look like HeroMarine could really touch him, but, you know, moving out, it feels like HeroMarine's gotten into his head a little bit. Army supply and upgrades are even. uThermal does have his next round of upgrades coming well before HeroMarine's. HeroMarine going for a Doom drop at this 3rd, maybe in the main. Oh, no, he's gonna get intercepted. Hopefully he can unload the medevacs in time. It looks like he should be able to. uThermal catching him in the corner, though. And HeroMarine's army is going to get cleaned up. Disable dropped on the BC. Viking's gonna clean it up eventually, but it will get a couple SCV kills. Meantime, uThermal going for a push at the 3rd. HeroMarine only down 10 army supply. However, those upgrades have hit the field for uThermal. Eating a couple unnecessary tank shots. BC finally doing some damage before it explodes. HeroMarine actually up in army supply after that battlecruiser goes down. Ooh. HeroMarine pulling the boys to try and get in this tank line. That means the Marines aren't getting hit by tank fire. Will it be enough? It looks like no. And uThermal takes it 2-1.